Hi everyone, just back today to share my latest journal with you. It's a fairy journal. It has got a new home and I'm just about to pack it and go to the post office this afternoon. So I just thought I'd quickly run through it with you before she leaves. Like I said, it's a fairy themed journal. It's got 3 signatures. I'm not sure offhand how many pages there's in it, but I know there's over 100 front to back. The look behind this journal was, this was the owner of the journal, because she lived in the woods and the forest and she likes to hide it. The cover obviously gets quite mossy because she keeps it hid under a bush or under a tree. So that's the look I was going for, and I've just done that with some like Tim Holtz Forest Moss, I think, Distress Inks, and a couple of the honey, I think, mixed in with it. Excuse me. The front door, the cover is mainly taken up by this front door, which is the key, the door to all the secrets. And I've just laid it up with some twigs. I've attached some green leafy vine, some die cuts, a little bit of, I always forget this. I'll come back to that one. Couple of mushrooms, some of this leaf trim, some lace, like cheeseclothy thing, which I've stained up forest green. And at the side, I've just done a little tassel with just some bits of stuff I think a fairy would like. And there is a little glass bottle on it, which has got some moss in. Like I said, 3 signatures. It's just a simple seam binding closure. There are several ladies which really inspired me for this journal, and I will link their channels below, but I'm sure you all know them. One was Tina Laity. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Tina's fairy journal, but it's absolutely out of this world. There's lots of lovely layers and textures, and that really inspired me. And Kathleen Sundby, her fairy journals, also really inspiring. And Jacqui Chimes, I just love how she incorporates fairies into her journal. So those ladies were my main inspiration behind this. So just a quick shout out to them. Now I'll quickly go into it because I am expecting a parcel, and you know the doorbell will ring halfway through filming. So seems all our shopping these days is just all online now. Can't remember the last time I went out shopping, but I guess this is the new normal, as we keep being told. Right, the front of it is, I've just put a little side pocket there, and it's just got some tags. There's a little Woodland quote here with some fibres, just to give it a bit of like texture. And a couple of journaling cards. I've used a couple of kits in this. I've used Ferns and Mushrooms from Artie Mays, and I think it's called Woodland Forest by Nikki. But I will link both ladies' shops underneath. There might be little bits, scraps of other bits, but I will point them out. But these woodland papers are lovely. They are what they say on the tin, very woodland. I'm not sure if I'm in frame here. Sorry about this. Little pocket which I've made up again with some fibres and some trims. I've left all the thingies hanging because I like that look, but if the recipient doesn't, you can just like snip them off. A couple of journaling cards in here, and just some writing paper. There's plenty of writing space in this journal because I do like to keep my journals for writing. And I've used some fairy images out of a book called, I think it was the Fairy Book of Girls. Kathleen Sundby put me onto it in one of her videos, and I was lucky enough to get a copy on eBay, but I do know they have it on Amazon. But it's a beautiful book, and I'm going to have to rebuy it because it broke my heart to cut it, but sometimes needs must. A couple of tags at the side pocket, a little bit of a fairy quote, and there's a little fairy. I've probably used Edith Holden in here as well. Some little bits of a botanical book I've got that's gone in. I like to think fairies will have lots of little notes they need to jot on the back. So I've put plenty of journaling cards in. Little corner tuck. done some snippets on the side. Like I said, I do always think, I don't know, for some reason I always associate gold and shimmery things with fairies, and so I've tried to incorporate that along the side by putting loads of like gold shimmery pieces on it. Little tuck spot with a squirrel and some nuts. This is a lovely kit, this Woodland one from Nikki. It's really worth checking her kits out. They're really pretty and very woodlandy. Little fairy from the Girls Book of Fairies. Some journaling tags, cards. Oh, and these actually I think are from, I have included some of Artie May's Flower Girl kit in it as well, which just seems to lend perfectly to this journal. Little side tuck. Another little tuck spot with some tags and won't keep taking everything out, it's obvious what they are. I've always loved this page from Edith Holden, just toadstools, just something you'd find in the forest. This was a lovely book, I think it's called the ABC Book of Flowers, which I loved. B's for Bluebell. I just think the pages in this are lovely. C's for Cowslip. Some more Edith Holden. Another little fairy which I've Kathleen Sundby and Jacqui Chimes do these so well, so I've been really inspired by how I just love how they collage little fairies on the pages. So thank you ladies for the inspiration. Another little snippet with a journaling card which I've just put a little Tree of Life charm on the side of it. The tags, plenty of writing space. Some more book page from that fairy book. Here I've just made another little booklet called Spring Magic. It's just made out of some Edith Holden and it's just got some scrap paper in, which lends to extra writing and journaling. Not sure what everyone uses the journals for, so I always think if I leave plenty of writing you can always add to it. This is another little nasturtium fairy where I've just put some more journaling cards. Yeah, still on the first signature. I love this page with the mushrooms and everything on, the squirrels. Like I said, this kit is lovely. It's very woodlandy and I just love it. I've done a couple of journals with this and I come back to it quite a lot. Lovely fox with the mushrooms. Here I've just got a little corner tuck with I think it's a skunk, with a couple of journaling spaces, just a little file folder which I've left blank for journaling. Excuse me, I've still got this cough. I've had this cough for weeks now, and because I'm still working 3 days a week, my doctor, when I mentioned I still have this persistent cough, suggested I get a COVID test, which I did, and I had it done on Friday and I've got my results back and it's negative, so I'm really, really pleased with that. But for some reason I have still got this persistent cough which was starting to worry me. But I guess in these times any coughs or a cold and everyone's worrying. Like I said, I guess this is the new norm. Another Edith Holden, the little fairy. Little bird on his toadstools. Yep. Little fairy and an owl. And I have got actually something to put in here. I left a little tuck spot for putting a card in, which I forgot to do. Some more snippets. And in the centre I've just used, this is something else I think Kathleen calls these her straddle pages. I've just recently watched a tutorial on how she does her Edith Holden notebooks, which I've started, and I'm making myself one for every month of the year. They were lovely. I will put a link to those journals, but because I do journal and I like a monthly journal, so I'm making myself one a month of those. Just a personal journal that is. A couple of tags. Yeah, these are the ferns and mushrooms from Artie May's. These are also from Artie May's. I think they're from not sure what they are from. I think they might be a standalone tag set. I will, like I said, link everything up. Little side pocket with a fairy on, which just says, the world is glad, the world is very old, but every spring in growth young again and fairies sing. A tag. Some pages which I distressed with Tim Holtz. I think it was A Touch of Honey. Won't keep pointing at every blank page, I think it's fairly obvious. Little corner tuck here of the fairy, and another journaling card from Artemis or Edith Oldham. And here I've just got a little I won't take it out, it's just I will. It's just one of these time cards, as they call them, and I've just collaged it up with some fairies and some words. And I think the Wander in the Woods actually comes from the Forest Woodland kit. Little boho bead, another tag. Yeah, I'm halfway through, I'm into my second signature now. You can actually still journal on these pages, or you can stick things on it, or photos, whatever you use them for. Some eco dyed paper. I think this is my very last sheet of this. Diana sent me this, and I love these. And I keep meaning to get out and having a go, but time and everything. Here I've just got another little card with a little rose charm up the side of it. Some more of this ABC of flowers, which is a beautiful book. And here I've just put, I actually love ivy, and I hated cutting this page up because I love ivy. I've got a big ivy wall in my garden, which I put my fairy lights and my fairies in. So ivy I do love, and eyes for ivy. A couple of tags, journaling space, and so some lovely lace trim. It's got like very green and roses on. J's for Jack in the Pulpit, another flower. It's just some more of them distressed papers I've made. Here I've just done a little collage of some fairies in the centre. This actually is the last signature now. I don't know about everybody else, but I have more crafting time than ever. I seem to have lost my mojo a bit. So I'm doing a couple of little projects, smaller bits at the moment, to see if I can get back into it. I seem to, I don't know, just feel a bit flat lately. I don't know, is it because of this lockdown, or I don't know what it is. But I'm hoping I'll snap out of it soon. Couple of like fairy washing line journaling card, some more writing paper, another journaling card, and just a little tuck here. K's for knapweed. Another book I was actually very reluctant to cut up, Ellie's for Lady's Mantle. But I just think this is a little book that a fairy would enjoy keeping little notes in. Just a little envelope I've left undone for more journaling space or keeping things in. The other side of that eco paper. Little snippet. And at the very back there's just another little one for some nature notes, which I've just put a couple of bits of leftover writing paper and made a little notepad out of. There's a couple of journaling cards at the bottom here. Another little snippet made up from fibres and leaf ribbon. And a little bit more journaling paper and another card. So that's basically it. And like I said, the back, I wanted it to look very mossy. And I'm posting it this afternoon, so now I've got it filmed, she's ready to go. Like I've just said, just quickly sharing something I'm working on. Like I said, I've lost my mojo a bit lately, so I've thought I'm going to do a couple of little smaller projects using different kits up that I have. And I've loved this Ferns and Mushrooms by Artemis, so I'm just returning back to it. Just give you a quick flick, it's nowhere near ready yet. So I'm going to work on a few of them. I just make them out of cornflake boxes, and I leave lots of space on the back for journaling. And I'm just going to like fill them up with journaling cards and tags, I can remember how these go. So that's the front bit now. It's hard this to work out which is the front and which is the back, but you get there. That's the jig. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. I hope everyone is doing well and keeping safe. It's about all we can try and do in this time. Once again, thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you all soon. Bye.